Hello everyone, Bean here. So I said to myself, you did a backing track of Rush with the Alex Lifeson Epiphone. Why not do the Dean Thoroughbred? It's a much better guitar. Yeah, let's have at it. Give me some heat, man. Timing is everything. That should be slow. Stopping the bass, man. So, funny thing, yeah, I should have played this first, because it's been a while. The last time I played it was with the Epiphone, Alex Lifeson signature, LP with a Floyd, and I was remembering how to play it as I was actually playing it, and realizing, trying to be silly, like, timing, because timing, the count on that, where he goes, it should be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, instead of 1, 1, 2, 3, like that, because that's not the tempo of the beat starting off. So a couple of times I would mess up on that because of that timing, and not get it right, just right, where I'm here and then he starts singing. I used to perform this every time in every gig with my band. And again, I said it before, it was a 3-piece power band, and we never had a singer, so I don't have a singing voice. I got stuck singing all the time. Most of the songs we did were Hendrix songs because my drummer was a huge Mitch Mitchell fan. And I didn't mind because, who doesn't love Hendrix? And it's not difficult to play. It's not like, doing some Eddie Van Halen or some, Steve Vai, Joe Satriani crazy stuff. So I remember playing this in my backyard and putting it, again, I said it, I'm trying to get my wife to upload my DVD from playing in my backyard on Long Island at a housewarming party, and load the whole thing up. If you want to see, I have 2 snippets. I have like over 800 videos. So if you go and look at the first maybe 50 videos, go all the way back through the pages, my inventory, you could find Black and Blue, Part 1 and Part 2. Part 1, I'm doing 2 songs clean, and Part 2, I'm doing 2 songs dirty. And when I mean clean, I mean just like a chorus, a delay, something like that. And when I say dirty, that's when I have gain on my amp. And I was I was picked from the Long Island local bands for Guitar Center that was sponsoring. Line 6 was sponsoring Long Island bands, and I got picked as one, and I had gotten some. I got a half stack from them. I got a 212 cabinet, I think, from them. A half stack, 412 with the head, and then I got a 212 combo amp, and I think that's it. I don't think I got a 112 combo. I think that was the two things that I had gotten, you know, as a sponsor, some, you know, discount or something like that. And I'm playing that through my backyard. So you could see me playing part 2, and I'm doing my original song, Radio Man, which I think is one of my best rock songs I've ever written. And that's, you know, I've offered that to, you know, a couple of people that passed on it. One of that one and maybe 2 other songs that I had, or 3 other songs I had offered to Joe Bonamassa when I was friends with him on Facebook, because I had met him and his dad at Five Towns Guitar Show, Five Towns College on Long Island in Nassau County. And then we were friends on Facebook because I was also communicating with Gary Moore at the time, and this is right after Gary Moore passed away. So, you know, he had asked me, I said this before, he saw one of my videos, he commented on it, and then he said, I'm starting a YouTube channel, can you subscribe, like, and share and all this? And I did that. And then we were friends on Facebook and going back and forth. And, you know, I asked him to use, he liked the song. He said, well, you could use it, or you could use like one of these other songs that I have. Just give me credit for it. And he didn't. He was just posting guitars that he was buying like every other day. And this guy has like a room full of amplifiers. So if someone wants that particular amp, or someone wants that dream guitar, they're not going to find it, because he's probably got, you know, like every different finish of whatever year that someone might want. And the fact that he didn't want to use one of my songs, I you know, I was a baby. I got pissed off, so I unfriended him, kind of thing. But so yeah, I'm playing that one. I'm playing Radio Man, and then with my band, with my original bass player, I had a band of 11 years, and I think 9 of those years I had my original bass player, and then he just fizzled out, and I got another guy, like the last 3 years. So so yeah, the second song is a Hendrix song. I don't remember what it is, but it's a Hendrix song, and I think I'm playing the second solo with my teeth. So I know I'm playing the second solo with my teeth. I don't remember what it was, if it was Fire or Purple Haze or whatever, but that's me playing with my actual band. So that's the, you know, the best you're gonna get right now, until my wife, you know, because she said I could upload it to your computer and put it in a file and then take it from there and put it on YouTube. Too technical for me. And I was an NC operator. I ran computers, you know. That's all I used to do at one time. So yeah, back to that solo. On the second solo on that, the second part where it's going and then as I was playing that, I had a flashback of me playing it in my backyard with my band, and I remember I went like this, or something like one of those. I just hit the wrong note, and as I was getting ready to do it, and I went, I hit it. I hit the note that was in my head, thinking about when I was playing, you know, in my backyard. Then I hit the right one, that one right there. So, one take beanie, you know. And I was thinking to myself, just stop, because there was a couple of things in my soloing that I didn't like, because it's the first time. I was like, just stop the video, start all over, do the whole thing again, and then now you have it, you're a little bit refreshed in your mind on how to do it. Your timing would be better, and you won't make a mistake. And then, that was one side of my brain, and the other side said, screw that, just play the goddamn thing. It's no big deal. So this is where we are right now. And again, the Dean Thoroughbred. When you get a new guitar and you can't put it down. It's one of those things. It happens. It's a love affair. You're romancing the thing. You're playing it, and then all of a sudden, the honeymoon starts to fizzle out, and it's over. You're going back home again, and so yeah. Basically, every guitar in here now is something that's just it's all going to be a keeper. Everything in here is a keeper. I've got one last guitar for sale that I just don't play anymore. My daughter likes it. If I don't sell it, when I pass, I'll leave it to her. But my daughters get like 3 guitars each already, and each one of them get a Washburn right from the get-go. So yeah, I was like putting this down, and I was saying to myself, okay, let's play something else. So I played the Telly, I played the traditional, I played the Ibanez, I played the Eddie Van Halen. I went back to the Washburn. Then I went over to the other Dean, and then I was playing that one. And I think I did a video with the Telly and the Dean at one point. And because I'm trying to find a guitar that just suits my style of music, instead of having a signature brand name of someone. I don't want to be, known for playing a Joe Satriani, on gigs, or the Nuno Betancourt from Extreme kind of thing. I'm trying to find my own little niche, and so I kept on going back to the Telly and the Dean. And then now this Dean. So I did manage to put this down for, a couple of times and actually play something else. But each time I pick something else up off, I've only got like a solid 10 that I'm keeping and I play all the time. I feel the same about all of them right now, so, and I look around the room and I'm like, oh, I don't really play that one that much, and those are 2 hardtails, but no, I can't get rid of them. It's one of those things. I've had couple of 100 guitars in my lifetime, and I regret most of them that I sold. But you know what happens, we see something and we see something else. This one just isn't glowing as bright as it used to, and the new item is like all shiny and sparkly, and you got to have it. So you rotate your inventory. You sell one thing till you get another thing. I feel a sneeze coming on. So yeah, I went to, I was visiting my buddy Jack at Take Aim gun store in Palm Harbor, Florida, off of US 19. Probably one of the, and I'm not biased because he's a friend of mine. I got to know him from going in there and buying some things. And we're friends on Facebook. We share a lot of the same point of views on things. And he's ex-military and he knows how to shoot. I've seen videos of him shooting, so he hones in on his skills all the time. And I went there because, my doctor was supposed to meet me there because he wanted this, like a customized, skeet shotgun, over and under. And I went there and I'm waiting for him to show up. So I'm hanging out with him for a good 40 minutes or so. And he's showing me, what he's got some nice skeet shotguns, very reasonably priced, from $500 to like $1,400. You can go crazy if you want. If you want something measured just for you, you could do that for a couple of grand as well. So I'm hanging out with him and we're shooting the shit and going back and forth with things. And I had said to him, because he said, yeah, I watch your videos on a Sunday with a buddy of mine. And I said, yeah, YouTube has me listed as a prog rock guitarist. They already put me in that category. I says, I always kind of thought myself to be like almost like a fusion player. But either or, you know. And he said, "Yeah, you're more like a fusion player than a prog rock." And I says, "What if I like put the two names together and said like prog fusion?" He said, "How about fusion prog?" So, you know, what do you think? Which you know, should I go with that? And which one should I go with? Should I go with prog fusion or fusion prog? You know, one is the first one is mine, prog fusion, Bean, or fusion prog, Jack. What do you think? If you wanna, you don't have to. But thanks for watching. Have a good day and a better tomorrow.